Welcome back. Our third match of the night here at the World Team Championships, Team Shootout, excuse me. And it is Belgium taking on Wales. Delighted to say David Veery from Belgium joins us on commentary for this one. Looking forward to this.
Pleasure to be here, yes. I watched this last year and I was very jealous not to be here, so looking forward to seeing how the Belgian team get on this time.
Yeah,
they did quite well last year. They managed to win one match, so at least they've got some experience.
I think the fact that they have experience is going to hold them in really good stead here. I think
absolutely.
There is nothing that you can do out there other than gain experience, whether you win or lose, because it's such a tough way to play your ball.
Well, from what I've seen, because I watched the first two games, and the first half an hour is very much like normal pool, but it's then those last 10 minutes with a 15-second shot clock that it changes the game. But I've seen a few people try to rush it in the first half an hour when there's no real need to.
We've seen a lot of that, yeah, because people aren't. I think there's a lot of players that are playing today that aren't used to the 30 seconds a shot yet.
Yeah.
And wow, what a sight there! Tom Cousins, arguably the best player in the world right now, has arguably the most powerful break in the world, the biggest break in the world, and his cut break to start us off here. Well, I did not expect that.
Split beautifully for him, though. Oh, open table.
Well, the split is beautiful, but it won't be for him. It will be for Kenny Hussain.
He's had a good tournament so far this year. He's won a few singles event matches, so he's feeling comfortable on the tables.
Just the yellow by the 8 ball to work out here for Kenny.
It definitely goes either in the top right-hand corner or the middle left. There he goes, taking it away straight away, which is perfect. He's just got to map it out right now. He's got a few options here. Just got to keep his cool. He's got a perfect chance to give Belgium a 1-0 lead.
You would say with Wales would be a favourite for this match, so it's important, I think, for Belgium to get off to that fast start and take it to Wales, put them under pressure, make them feel the heat of the shootout. Absolutely.
I mean, they've got a few players playing the ultimate, which massively helps in these kind of events. I mean, the arena's hot enough as it anyway, but with a few nerves, they're going to feel even hotter. Unfortunately, there he's played a bad shot.
Yeah,
Not quite sure what he was trying there, to be honest, but he's going to have to pull.
Just about every player in the Welsh team has experience of either playing in shootouts or the Ultimate Pro or Challenger Series, so it's definitely an advantage on that front. But it's.
Is he going to cut this into the corner? Is it? That's what he was trying, but I don't think he had many other options, really, did he? There, he's put himself in a lot of trouble in that previous shot.
Yeah, just when you needed one good positional shot just to hold yourself together, it just let the cue ball run loose. Only takes half a bad shot to get yourself in trouble.
It's a shame because he had a perfect opportunity there to really put Belgium in the front seat.
So the professional number 1, Tom Cousins, comes to the table with a decent enough chance to counter clear, although he'll be disappointed with the first shot.
It's left awkward. Don't think that definitely doesn't cut in the middle. So is he just going to play safe at this stage?
I think it's fair to say that the big storyline of yesterday with the World Team the World Championships, was that Tom Cousins got knocked out at the second round. Came through the qualifying.
Paul Clack, I think it was.
Lost to Paul Clack in a deciding frame late last night. A lot of attention on Tom. A lot of people had him down as a very big favourite for the title, to get his 3rd crown, and came up short in a decider. Brilliant performance by Paul Clack.
Because he also had a close call in one of the qualifying matches, winning on the decider as well.
Yeah, 5-1 down, and he had come through a decider, and he was pushed in his first round against
by Kenny.
Top second seed as well.
Needs another good positional shot now. Can he get across to the other yellow? Or is he just going to have to follow through a bit? He has. Might be hampered queuing a bit. No, he's fine. Queuing's okay. Just got to keep his calm now.
Brilliant stuff here from Kenny, and you may hear a kid in the crowd shouting out. That's actually his son cheering him on, which is awesome.
He's got all 3 kids with him.
That's brilliant.
Week here as well. Great start from Belgium there. Going
Belgium
1-0
are on the board. Brilliant stuff. Kenny Hussan's got the first frame on the board, and Tom Cousins, 2 opportunities in that frame. He took neither of them. That's a good lick to be going in these championships for sure.
They're both going for the side break.
Yeah.
Now, is that because the golden 9 is the rule is on the go?
Yeah, the golden break is in play. Golden breaks, golden ducks. So maybe teams are chasing that here. The splits come out well. These reds look really inviting,
good, aren't they? Doesn't have to move any of them out if he controls the white ball.
And that's okay. It's not, I wouldn't say it's
Not
ideal,
ideal,
but
no.
he's still got options here. He can come
In fact,
down
he's
the
landed
table.
on the cushion, makes it a little bit trickier as well. Didn't quite connect with the kiss that he wanted to there.
It's not going to reach.
No.
So Zach Shepherd is going to have a chance at the table.
Zakin's working out how to break those 3 yellows out because the other 3 are nicely in the open. Is he going to try and leave him stuck on the red ball?
No, it's not a great result for Zach Shepherd.
No.
He's left him on an awkward, yeah, he's made 1 red awkward, but he's left him perfectly on it, and the rest are all there.
Didn't really understand that shot, to be fair.
No.
There.
Obviously he had a plan, but whatever it was has not worked out. Luigi then with another opportunity to win this frame, and well, 2-0 here would really put the cat amongst the pigeons.
He doesn't have to do a huge amount with the white ball in all these shots. They're all just drop-ins if he just keeps control. Just check and see if that red's tight on that cushion, but I think that goes into the middle bag.
Chooses to play it off the red just to pop it out. Maybe it was a little bit awkward and sitting right on the knuckle. Nothing that Zach can do.
Yep, he's just hoping to get a chance, isn't he?
Yeah. Wasn't a very inviting opportunity for him at the table, but he wasn't able to come up with anything. And Luigi's in perfect shape here. The red in the middle does go right centre, so these all sort of connect really easily. Just got to make the pots.
White ball doesn't have to move at all, just stop shots. And there's plenty of time left in this game, but 2-0's always a nice lead in these, isn't it? More so than normal matches.
Yeah, definitely. That clock can get away from you, and all of a sudden, one slow frame that you end up losing, and you're 3-0 behind, and you're chasing it. It can get tough. So, big moments here.
Okay, that's good. Just needs to roll forward and straightforward black in the middle bag. Right centre. Just got to keep his calm. And I've had a lot of messages from Belgium, so I know a lot of people are watching this in Belgium, interested to see how the Belgium team are going to progress in this tournament.
So far, so good.
So far, so good, absolutely. Because you'd have to put Wales as favourites in this match before it started.
And it's 2-0 to Belgium. What a start for Belgium. Absolutely fantastic. Luigi Baroni makes the second frame. Well, Jonathan Coleman to get us back underway. Wales really needs
Side
something.
break again.
Yeah, that's the 3rd one we've seen.
Dry break. So another good chance for Belgium here to have a look.
Yassine Meloui is out there.
He's also our nominated player in case it does end up as a draw and we have a
important
doubles shootout.
Important to remember that if you're not aware. If it is a draw, we will go to a 6-red shootout, which will be a Scotch 6-red shootout. You have a nominated player that will definitely be involved. If it goes 7-7, as in the match finishes, then you will have your second player come out, your secondary player nominated. If it's not, it's the next player on. So Yassine is the player nominated for Belgium. Is that because he's one of the quickest, or
he is
the reason? Has he
normally.
done it before
Absolutely.
in practice more?
Unfortunately, he's rushed it a little bit too much on that shot. But
Yeah.
yes, he is naturally a quick player. And he's been showing a lot of form recently as well. But it shows the notes against you because that first shot wasn't difficult and he just rushed it a little bit and missed it, and he's given the advantage back to Wales again now.
Not an easy chance here for Jonathan, though. That 8 ball's awkward. I wonder whether he might try and come across the table at that moment to open it up. But
if he had an angle there just to pop him open, but he definitely doesn't from what I can see.
Does he have an angle now? If he takes the one to top right, can he bump into the yellow and 8 ball? He should hold on a choice of 3 here.
Looks like Mike, the angle the way he's playing it. Yeah, he did.
Not quite come out. Kind of almost powered it round the cannon rather than into the cannon.
It was a good effort because he was quite close to the balls at that time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that black is still a problem there.
Had to play it with a little bit of pace, but the more pace you play it at, the more it throws wide, and sort of almost jumped around it. Needs this to pull up.
Ooh.
Just on that turn too far.
5 inches too far, that was. He was looking to use that red on the left-hand side to open that black up again, leave himself on the other 2 yellows. Or can he still see it? On the other 2 reds, I mean.
I think he's looking at red off yellow on the bottom cushion here. This is high tariff. Maybe he felt it went straight.
Yeah.
It looked incredibly tight.
Maybe he had half a pocket.
Yeah.
And decided to give it a go.
Looked like that was halfway between the 2 there.
He kind of rushed it there a bit. I think he probably could have used his extension and just set himself up on that one.
So Yassine.
So second chance for Yassine there.
Yeah.
Just going to play safe at this stage.
Yeah, good safety it is.
But he has opened the black up by doing that. So he's also looking to win the frame at the next visit, which is good for him.
How many of the players in the Belgium squad were part of the World Team Shootout last year?
I think there's about 4 or 5 of them, to be fair.
Yeah, so they've all had decent experience out there, yeah.
Absolutely.
Memory serves, so they won a match. I'm pretty sure they lost in a shootout as well. I think they
did
to
to
Ireland.
Yeah. Because I remember the very last frame, if actually the player sort of used the time to his advantage, they would have won anyway, because all he needed to do was pop 5 balls with 15 seconds. But unfortunately, they're just not used to using this 15-second time clock, so it's all a learning experience.
Yeah, that's learning how to manage that match clock is so key.
Under pressure as well.
Yeah.
Because in your head you know it, but then you've got to do it under pressure. So Yassine's played a great first shot now, so all the yellows are in the open. He's just got to choose them in the right order and keep control of that white ball.
Purposely played it off the yellow there, just to bump the yellow out from behind the 8 ball, so it becomes a more comfortable shot later on in the visit.
But yeah, all the Belgian players have said they love this extra addition now to the World Championships.
Certainly a buzz around it. Did you get to see much of it this morning with the?
I did, the South African one. I knew the South African one from last year, that the atmosphere would be electric on that one.
Amazing, yeah.
And actually the fact that Senegal were also watching and supporting South Africa.
Brilliant.
For once, the Scottish were very much outnumbered, and
they tried their best to give it back, but they were very much outnumbered.
Absolutely.
Did you see much of the women's shootout this morning when we saw Morocco really put on a show? I mean, that was something very special.
I spoke to the French girls, and they said, yeah, they were breaking and dishing, and
they were. I mean, the first frame was a 1 minute, I think 1 minute 7 second break clearance, and she didn't play her first shot after the break for the first 17 seconds. By the time the ball stopped and she'd worked things out, it was absolutely incredible finish. And it set the tone, and Morocco built. The noise got louder, and it was one of the best atmospheres I've seen in the sport.
Do we know who Morocco have got in the next round in the semis in that one?
Well, they've got Wales in the next round.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Of course, we will see Morocco on the men's side up next. They are taking on Ireland. I think this could be the noisiest match of the night. This could be a big spectacle coming up. After this one, we've got 25 minutes left in this match, so in the next half an hour or so, we're going to see some noise in this arena. One not to be missed, you feel?
Imagine if South Africa get to play Morocco in this tournament.
It'd be incredible.
Right, one good shot into the centre pocket. gives Belgium a chance to build a big, big lead here. But plenty of time left on the clock, so Wales don't need to get worried just yet. But I wonder what the biggest lead comeback has been in these shootouts from last year and so far this year.
Yeah, you don't have that exact details to hand, but yeah, it's hard to turn around deficits in this format. It really is. You want to stay close as long as possible.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's the second one that Yassin's missed now. So he's going to have to rely again on Wales being generous to him. Now, where's his white ball stopping? That's the worst place that could have finished for him.
Yeah, you almost got the sense that he was being so careful on the pot, and then he didn't. If you go into that too much, and you can almost screw it into the 8-ball or get too high on the cushion. So he was trying to be really careful with it, and just an awkward sort of shot at the wrong time because Jonathan's feeling out there.
And he would have had a lot more space after that.
But he's played a very good snooker. There's Jonathan.
As you can see, those reds don't go, so Yassin's going to make sure he's going to try and probably follow through on that yellow, hit the yellow, and try and snook a little bit behind the black as well.
Just got to make sure you hit a cushion after contact here. Just about.
Absolutely.
I think he has let the cue ball go too far to the right, so this red actually probably does go now.
He wanted to hit it fuller.
Yeah, full ball, and he gets pretty good shape.
I think the beeps put him off slightly, so he rushed it a little bit there.
Maybe exactly what he's saying.
So I can't say that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, it's a good pot, but no reward. Knew he was going into the other red, but couldn't avoid cannoning it, but hasn't controlled it. Things not going Wales's way here.
This is becoming a pivotal frame now because whichever country loses this are going to be gutted. They've both had fantastic chances to win it now. And these are the ones that hurt more than just the break and dish ones. We all love to see a break and dish, but these are the ones that really cost team matches. Oh, he actually puts... Looked like he put a bit of unintentional side on the right-hand side.
Yeah, sort of almost straightened back up, didn't it?
Yeah.
It was a strange one. So Yassin with a cue ball in hand, 3 balls left. Should be able to make it 3-0 here. And this would be a huge scoreline.
Just trying to see where the black finish, but we'll see after this shot.
I think it is still over the middle. It's just a little bit closer to the jaw than you'd want. So you want to get right behind this.
Position, but he's got a good angle here just to roll up and get behind it. He's got to get it right, though. Things can still go wrong here under the pressure.
Oh, it's I can't tell you how difficult it is and how much things can go wrong in these pressure environments.
He seems settled in there now, to be fair. Just looking at the stop clock, not rushing it.
Well, that's not where he wanted to be. That's I was thinking if you couldn't get right behind it by rolling it, then you just play the stun shot across. I know you're crossing your lines, but when you pace control it, you'd be right behind this. Wouldn't shock me to see him go long.
I think he's got to go long, I think, in this one. Follow through a bit, and then if he does take the pocket, can't really tell from this angle what he's choosing, but he's got to go long, I think.
I think he has to.
Absolutely.
Depends. I mean, we can get deceived here with this camera, but it looks tough into the middle. He is long, and it's in long. What a pot there from Yassin Melouli. Brilliant, and it is 3-0 to Belgium. Who saw that scoreline coming? They are taking it to the Welsh.
It's his chance to break, so is he going to do top ball? Yes, he's going top ball. He's not hunting for the golden break, which I believe we did have a golden break in the first match, didn't we?
We did. Cello did with that golden break, and he had no idea. But when he found out, oh boy, did he celebrate. If you haven't seen that, then I'd urge you to go and check out social media. Go and watch it back. Unbelievable reaction to finding out he'd won a frame with a golden break. I think he spent the next 15 minutes after it happened walking around the venue, screaming at the top of his voice, letting everybody else know that he had a golden break.
I think we can still hear him now, to be fair.
He was
the echoes around the hotel are crazy. So Geordie's potted a ball off the break. Yellows look the balls to me, but I suppose does that yellow go past, first of all? That's the first tricky part, isn't it? Has he got an easy yellow to start off with? Otherwise, he might go for reds.
Reds are tough, though. These 2 reds at the bottom of the table really are tough to work out.
Yeah, he's going to have to work out how to get rid of that yellow in the bottom left-hand bag here.
Yeah, I think that's right. You've got to get your colour set, pull back, and then work and build, especially in a shootout format where, you know, at 3-0 up, running the clock down at this time isn't the worst thing to do. I know it's 18 minutes, I know it's a long time, but it's to their advantage.
Absolutely. And again, you've got to remember that in 8 minutes' time, it goes down to 15-second shots clock, and then you get sometimes some crazy shot decisions.
All sorts can happen, yeah. You know, a good 5, 6, 7 minute frame here, even if they lose it, they're still in a strong position. But, of course, the position that Geordie put the ball in there was absolutely perfect.
All the yellows are perfectly placed for a dish here. So Geordie's got to be very careful what his next shot is. Is he going to try and snooker behind those 2 balls again? Just no. I think he's going to try and screw back and pot the yellow.
I was wondering whether... Oh, that'll work.
What a kiss that was.
The problem he's got is that doing it like that means he's not on the next ball. I was thinking, would he take the gamble of playing the loss of turn and leaving the white on the bottom cushion? Because he wouldn't have left anything on. As long as he played the loss of turn, he's got the pocket covered, and it wouldn't be able to be a response of another loss of turn. So
absolutely,
it may have been the better way to go tactically, because now he's actually in a position where he's got to come up with a great safety. Otherwise, he is in, or a big shot. Otherwise, he's in big trouble. Well, he's had a result. He's had a result. If Andy was on this one to the bottom right-hand corner and the knuckle wasn't in the way, you'd fancy him to knock that in and mount a chance. But now from awkward cueing across this knuckle, it's a big shot for Andy Williams.
But if he gets this in, he's in great position. And he has. He's just got to keep his nerve under the pressure now, hasn't he? Because the frame's there for the taking. I think it helps that he's used to this environment as well, isn't he, from Ultimate Pool? Yeah,
he's had enough experience now in this sort of environment, this sort of arena. Although doing it with your Welsh shirt on and doing it for your team is another ball game.
That was a long way out. Actually hit halfway up the cushion, that did.
Still nothing on here for Geordie. And watch that clock, it really is ticking down. 15:58 now. 30 seconds a shot at the moment. We all go 15 in just under 6 minutes time.
Yeah. Just wanted it a bit harder than that, but I can see what he's trying to do. Just keep it slowing down. Get a better chance.
Problem he had there is that to get the cue ball behind the Reds was almost hitting the potting angle. And he really didn't want to pot it, but this is a second chance for Andy Williams.
Cushion first here to get that first yellow in the bottom left-hand corner. How's he landed? Has he gone too far?
Needs a bounce now.
Yeah. Looks on the 50-yard line here, doesn't he?
Yeah. Betwixt and between.
Off in the middle pocket if he goes for the bottom right-hand side. Possibly. He might have to dig down on the ball, which makes the pot a lot harder.
I think the natural might be close to the yellow. It's hard to say without getting right behind it. But if he won't be far away. And he's gone for the cutback because of it.
Now how's he left the white here? Has he got a shot on the red? Oh.
I think that's an absolutely yes. You can hear the Belgium team who are right behind that shot. They know this is on for Geordie.
If Geordie had ball in hand, he'd place the white ball there, wouldn't he?
Exactly where he'd put it. In fact, he'd probably have it half a turn higher just to make it easier to get up the table.
That's a result for Belgium.
Oh, it was a big mistake from Andy. Now it's a big mistake from Geordie.
Putting a fast one there. Oh, he's got a kiss.
Oh wow, what a moment. What a moment in this match. A huge fluke for Geordie Decomp.
Oh. Now that is going to hurt. If they win this frame, Wales are going to be hurt now.
Looks like the clock has frozen here. We'll keep an eye on that. There is referees out there with manual timing as well. So we will have that sorted in a moment or two.
It's confused Geordie as well.
Yeah. Geordie doesn't need to worry. You've got 30 seconds a shot here, Geordie. Just get
maybe they're taking a quick pause. Well,
they're going to take a quick
timeout.
Yeah. So it's just going to take a moment or two, but this is such a huge visit to the table here. It really is off that fluke. Just left it awkward here, though.
Bit more of an angle than he wanted there. Now he's suddenly left himself a tricky shot. He might have to go bring the white all the way down the right-hand side and pot the black in the left centre. If
he can. I mean, this is tough. This is really tough. The difference it would have made pulling up 2 rolls short of where he has. Slightly loose shot, that one.
But these cloths are very, very fast, so it's very understandable that these players do sometimes go too far.
No, he was able to control it off 2 cushions, and he knows he judged the pace perfectly. Wow.
Celebrated the win before even potting the black. I'd never dare do that.
Not me. But Geordie decompeted, and the fluke helps him to a 4-0 lead for him and his team. Incredible signs here. What a scoreline we've got now. Richard Gifford needs to find something for his team here.
We're not sure how much time is left because I know it froze on 15 minutes.
I think it was about a minute after that. I think we're around the 14, maybe 13.5 minute mark. That will be corrected and we'll keep you up to date. We will get information fed through to you. Richard doesn't need to worry about that right now. He has to try and focus on making a clearance, and the clearance is very much on here. These yellows all go. I think the thing that Wales will be kicking themselves about is, apart from maybe Zach Shepherd, who all he had was a very awkward safety shot to play, all the other Welsh players have all had very good chances. I'm being told there's 12 minutes left in the match.
So in 2 minutes' time, it's 15 seconds. And that'll be interesting to see how the Belgian players cope with the 15-second shot clock, because we don't have a lot of practice of playing with 15 seconds. Whereas a lot of the Welsh players have been used to it, haven't they, from the ultimate events. Not all of them, but a lot of them have.
Yeah, most of them have, for sure. Some more than others, of course. It's almost a second home for Tom Cousins. Seen him so much with Ultimate Pool.
Now, when the captain do team sheets, do they actually try and plan when the 15 seconds comes along to get those players who play quite quick at that stage?
You'd think so, yeah. But Richard is flying through this, and he's doing it quickly as well. This is exactly what Wales needed.
Belgium won't be worried here. They've done nothing wrong here, so that's fine.
Brilliant stuff from Richard Gifford. He gets the frame on the board for the first time. Wales are on the score sheet. They're still trailed by 3. And we're back underway with this match clock as well, which is good to see. Daniel Bishop will follow, and I'll be very surprised if a certain Tom Cousins does not play the 8th frame of this match, which is huge, potentially.
There's a good break there from Donovan. First shot is probably the tricky one in this layout. And we're now down to the 15 seconds. So he's taken reds. And I believe all the reds go, actually. Just had a quick look at the table there. Elliot just waiting for his chance to play.
Hoping to get a chance at the table.
And that's okay. Not what he wanted, I don't think, but that red does go in the middle. He's got a bit of sort of planning to do, because obviously he's got to get the red in the top right-hand corner and then come back as well at one stage.
Yeah, the connections between the last 4 reds were not great. Well, Elliot Kim comes to the table. He's just seen his teammate Richard make a lovely break clearance, and he now needs to back that up. It's not just a case of winning this frame. They could really do with him taking it out of this visit. And that's actually really useful where that yellow's gone. That makes the connection down to the bottom end of the table really good. If he can take the next 2 at the top and then use the middle one to connect down to the bottom, he can keep this pretty clean.
Just got to control the white ball.
He's see the one at the top.
Oh, it's just overran.
Disaster. If that pulls up 2 rolls less, he's in perfect shape now. He's absolutely nowhere.
He's got a tricky little thin cut to try and keep it going, but the white ball's going to be flying around. And the timing, yep. Has he used his extension?
It's a great result for him. Apart from that yellow, you can see him urging it to get away from that cushion. I thought for a second it was going to hit the knuckle and bump back out into the middle of the table. Also, I thought it was awkward where he left it, but it's not.
Absolutely,
red goes in the centre.
Goes.
So it wasn't awkward at all. It was absolutely perfect here for Belgium. He's going to have to play one big shot in this visit, though.
Using the time well with the extension as well there. Ooh. So key frame this one. Both players have had chances now, both missed.
You feel for Wales, if they don't win this frame, they can't win the match. That's how it feels right now. But you feel if they win it, this match is so live.
Yeah, I think at 5-1 Belgium have got this one, to be fair. Even with Tom Cousins coming back to the table in the 8th.
What a brilliant shot from Elliot Coombe. Rakes of side to get into that one. And now it's all there. He's exactly how he needs it and how he wants it.
Nothing to do, so should mean that Wales go back to 2 behind with around just over 6 minutes on the clock. And as we know, that's plenty of time to win 2, even more than those frames with a 15-second shot clock.
Oh, just for a second, when Elliot stayed down on the shot, I thought he'd kept that one up. But Elliot Coombe took a couple of opportunities required, but he gets it on the board. And we're back within 2. There's a lot of people out there monitoring everything that's going on. And that 8 ball has been flying.
But just straight up and down the table. It didn't go near any pockets, did it? And
it's not a layout that Wales wanted to see. Okay, they'll be happy that Daniel Bishop's at the table, but not with the layout he's got. He needs to really manage himself here, because you have to win this frame at all costs. Don't throw it away by chasing something.
There's a lot of problem balls here as well.
It's just the last thing they wanted to see.
There's 3 sets of balls all linked, like reds and yellows stuck to each other, and he's going to have to deal with each one.
Well, he's digging very deep.
Yeah, that didn't look on, to be fair to me. That looked like a double kiss if he played for that double.
It didn't look on.
But ball in hand, he should never have done that.
Okay, ball in hand now for Steve Lixon. Can he find a finish? I would suggest that he probably doesn't want to try. And just keep this messy, keep it mixy. I feel like the worst thing he could do is pot too many balls.
And he should use an extension to use 30 seconds as well at this stage.
Yeah. See, we're not seeing the clock go down, but don't worry, the clock is being monitored.
He's now looking at the clock, so is he going to use his extension? No. I'm not sure what his plan is here yet, but as long as he doesn't move those awkward balls, but he's only got 1 red in the open, so there's very little he can do. Just double it and don't pot it.
Yeah, very good shot. Sort of finding that balance between potting balls to waste time and actually just playing, you know, keeping it messy, keeping it sensible, because that's progressed the frame. And Daniel's done exactly what he has to do.
Yeah, he had to open those up.
Just had to open everything up and put the pressure on here.
There's a lost turn shot in the end, but he'll be happy that all the balls are now in the open. He can now see a clearance if he does get another chance. I like that option there from Steve, just to slow the game down a little bit.
Yeah, put a red in amongst the yellows as well. Okay, he knew he was going to leave a pot on, but it's a really tough pot.
Now Steve's got to take his time and get the clearance here, because 5-2 with probably be less than 3 minutes left. I know the match clock's frozen again, but you're going to rely on some golden breaks and golden ducks at that stage.
Yeah, exactly. Now's the time not to worry about slowing things down. He's just pot the 4 balls, and he is in perfect shape to do just that.
But it just goes to show, isn't it? It could easily just use the extension. Oh, he's used it now, but you just don't think about it under the pressure, do you?
There is 3 minutes left in this match.
Perfectly played there. Just needs a little screw back and he's perfect on the black. I can't see any way back from Wales if he gets these 2 shots. Be the first shock of the tournament. In the men's section anyway.
This 8-ball to go 3 in front with about 2 minutes 20 left on the clock. And it's there. Steve Lixon puts Belgium in an incredibly strong position to win this match and knock Wales out of the World Team Shootout.
So Kenny to break. If he gets a ball off the break here, he just yep. So if he plays clever now, he's just got to use his extension. Just use 15 seconds a shot. Doesn't even matter if he doesn't clear up for the whole frame. There will literally be not enough time for Wales to win 3 frames to even get it level. Great shot there by Kenny. So just using the stop clock well as well. Now this is the first time he's played in this event. He wasn't here last year, but he's really enjoyed these World Championships and settled in brilliantly. First saw him play a couple of months ago, and this week he's really impressed me.
Yeah, led out Belgium in the very first frame of the match. Set the tone by by beating Tom Cousins.
And his 3 little boys in the crowd will be over the moon that his daddy's won an event here. He's also in the quarterfinals of the doubles as well, Scotch doubles.
Oh wow, incredible. Nothing he can do. Even if he got to the table, there would not be enough time left here for Wales. This is a victory lap, you feel, for Belgium.
There's less than a minute to go, I believe. And he's played everything right. It was more important to pot the balls than actually get the dish, but he's got a chance here to cut it in. Use his 15 seconds.
Oh, brilliant. Belgium have been fantastic value for this victory. They really have.
Win it with a break and dish will give him extra confidence as well in the next round tomorrow, I believe, is it?
Sunday.
Oh, Sunday.
Brilliant stuff. Kenny Hussain does it again. Another frame on the board. He's 1-2, and Belgium are certain now to be in the quarterfinals of the World Team Shootout. This is incredible.
Nine ball was on its way, just not enough legs, and that's the end of the match. I think they're just going to shake
towels
hands.
Being thrown in, and Belgium are going to win this match. A brilliant performance. They really took it to Wales right from the start, and Wales had no response. And what a brilliant break clearance to round out victory. They'll go through to the quarterfinals on Sunday, where they're going to play the winners of Ireland and Morocco, which will be coming up next. A brilliant performance.
Fantastic. Really enjoyed it. Thank you for having me.